Hello guys, welcome to Statistics Bio 7. I'm Dr. Moganathanari. This channel fully focused on the biostatistics related video post on this channel. If you like the channel video, click to the subscription button and support to me join to our channel membership. Now we are the discussion topic for interpretation of species distributions model in R. The species distributions model in R, that video already published in our channel. That video link mentioned to this video description box. So the continue part of the interpretation of species distributions model in R. The species distributions models are powerful tool used to predict and analyze the spatial distribution of species based on environmental variables and occurrence data. In RStudio, the species distributions models can be considered using a range of packages and statistical methods, allowing researchers to explore species environmental relationship and forecast habit suitability under the current or future climatic scenarios. Those models integrate the species presence options or presence only data with environmental predictors such as temperature, precipitation, and elevations to identify the ecological niche of a species. The species distributions model are widely applied in ecological and conservation biology to inform the habit management, guide conservation strategies, and assess the potential impact of climatic changes on biodiversity. The species distributions of presence and absence graph. The species distributions of species presence in the blue points or absence in the red points. The plotted based on geographic coordinates, longitude and latitude. The plot provides an overview of the species geographic range and highlights area of occurrence and non-occurrence across the study regions. The interpretation of the species distributions model, the spatial trends. Species presence is observed sporadically across the study area with cluster of occurrences distributed in specific geographic zones. The absence points are more widely spread, suggesting that the species is not ubiquitous and likely confined to specific ecological niche. The geographic characteristics. The latitude distributions indicating that the species is present in regions spanning both of northern and southern hemispheres. However, the patterns suggest potential preference for certain latitudinal bands. Longitude variations demonstrate on clear east-west dominance, indicating the species potential adaptively to drives longitudinal conditions or barrier to dispersal across the regions. The potential drives environmental variables such as temperature, precipitation, and elevations may play a role in demonstrating the areas of presence and absence. These assumptions can be further explored using productive species distributions model to understand habit suitability. The ecological implications. The scattered distributions of presence points must indicate habit fragmentation or specific ecological requirement. The border absence distribution must also reflect unsuitable environmental conditions, anthropogenic influences, or competitive exclusions. Future directions. Further analysis using species distributions model should refine the understanding of species environmental interactions identifying critical habits and inform conservation's effect. Integrating environmental covariates and assessing the predictive accuracy of the model can help uncover drives beyond the observed distributions pattern. Environmental variable and species presence. This figure illustrates the relationship between the temperature and precipitation with the species presence blue point and absence is a red point. The plot provides insight into the ecological preference of the species and how those key environmental factors influence its distributions. The environmental preference species presence. The blue points are considered in regions with moderated precipitations approximately 500 to 1500 millimeter per year and moderated temperature 10 to 25 degree. That suggests that the species preference means environmental with neither extremely low near high value of precipitations or temperature. Species options, the red point dominate in the regions with extreme environmental conditions such as very low precipitations less than 500 millimeter per year or very high precipitation higher than 1500 millimeter per year. Similarly, the species is absent in areas with extreme temperature such as below 10 degree or above 30 degree. The ecological niche, the distribution patterns of presence point indicate a niche that is likely influenced by the species physiological tolerance to temperature and water availability. The absence of species in area with high precipitations and low temperature suggest the potential influences of completing the species or unsuitable soil and vegetation type. Potential drives. This observed trend indicate that both temperature and precipitation are critical limiting factors for this species distributions. The regions with extreme the conditions such as a high aridity, the low precipitations to the tropical rainfall combined with high temperature appear to be unsuitable for the species. The conservation's implications, understanding those environmental performance preference is a circle for identifying the suitable habit and assessing vulnerability to climatic change. The conservation's effort should focus on protecting areas within the moderate range of precipitations and temperature as those are critical for the species survival. The modeling insights, the data support the use of temperature and precipitation as predicted in species distributions model. Future species distributions model analysis could incorporate additional environmental covariations such as the soil pH, vegetation covers or elevations to refine the predictor. Future directions. Validations of the species environmental relationship should involve further modeling such as Maxent or the generalized linear models GLMS to predict habit suitability. Analyzing the temporal climatic data should provide insight into the how shift in temperature and precipitation pattern may affect the species region. The conclusion of the species distributions model, the analysis presented in the species distributions longitudinal and latitudinal plot and the temperature with precipitation plot provide critical insights to the ecological and environmental factors. Spacing species distributions. The geographic distributions of species presence and options highlight areas of suitable habits, indicating the potential species clustering influenced by the species environmental drives. Meanwhile, the relationship between the temperature and precipitation underscores the species' preference for moderated climatic conditions, avoiding the extreme of aridity or exclusive rainfall combined with high or low temperatures. Together, those finding the emphasizing the importance of integrating the species and environmental variable in understanding the species ecological needs and informing conservation planning. Those plots serve as essential visualization for identifying key habits, assessing the environmental tolerance, and predicting potential distribution shift under changing the climatic conditions. Okay, if you any doubt on this interpretation of video, leave me comments in the comment box. If you like this video, click to the subscription button and support to me. Join to our channel membership. Thank you for watching this video.